Hi, I'm Sylvia Warsh, and welcome to this segment of Focus Fridays on anxiety. Do you know that anxiety affects about 18.1% of the U.S. population? That's a pretty staggering number if you ask me. And it's something that's occurring rather rampantly currently in our country and across the world with the new coronavirus that's making the rounds. But it's been around for a long, long time. It's one of the most common mental disorders out there. And it's commonly felt by, I think, mostly females. Females can carry a lot of anxiety, especially as moms. And as a mom myself, and being modeled the same level of anxiety by my own parents, both my mother and father were very anxious parents, would always be talking to us about, statistically speaking, if you do this, you're going to die. And those types of calls, which, you're trying to be an overprotective parent, but in honesty, what you're doing is you're modeling anxiety to your children. And it's something that happens a lot in families. It happened a lot in my family, and we modeled it to our children, and now my son suffers from anxiety. And just this week, in conversation with another mom, she described to me her anxious episode. And it's something that I want to bring to the forefront because it is a very common thing that we do as parents. And if we're going to model the best behavior and the best version of ourselves so that our kids have the best chance of being happy, well-adjusted adults, then it starts with us guys. So what she talked about was her oldest daughter, had gotten a concussion in soccer, and as she's driving back from a trip to put her younger son, to a doctor's appointment, she gets a phone call from the school, and she gets pretty hysterical and pretty anxious about it. It's happened to all of us. We are on our way back and something drastic happens. And what can we do in those moments? How can we calm our mind, our unconscious mind? Because remember, the unconscious mind is where those traumatic memories exist. That's where your significant emotional events exist, your memories, your habits, your feelings. So when those feelings come up that are so overwhelming where you can't even speak, you're yelling at people because you're so overwhelmed by this emotion, what are a couple of techniques or strategies that you can incorporate to kind of settle down and figure something out? Because the reality is this: when you're overwhelmed with feeling, you cannot think straight. Your logic is nowhere near you. And in those moments, in those terrifying moments, you gotta be able to think straight and incorporate some logic and incorporate some emotional intelligence. And this is how working with our unconscious mind is critical to our success as human beings, as moms, as parents, as role models to our children. It matters how we model this to our children, because they will in turn model it to theirs. So if we want to stop the cycle of toxicity, it's up to us. So strategy one is take a couple of deep breaths. And I mean deep, like it kind of brings it to the forefront. It's a pattern interrupt. Another thing you can do is do your power move. This interrupts the pattern of overwhelm. This gets the conscious mind engaged and gets you feeling stable, strong, and confident, which is what you want. Because what anxiety does is the opposite. It makes you feel weak and not in control. So to be in control, you got to do control moves. So do a power movement, maybe like yes. Kind of engage your whole body into it. Now you're driving a car, be careful doing this. Do something out loud. Say something to yourself out loud. So in the case of my friend, say something out loud to yourself and say, hey, snap out of it. Right now, I need you to stay calm. This is figure-outable. You can do this. You're a strong woman. I can do this. I am strong, I am capable. The power of I am is so immensely important in situations of overwhelm and anxiety. And the third and final strategy is to then, once you kind of engage the conscious awareness, then start thinking and focusing on what you can do. In her case, she's driving back from a different city. She's not in the city where her daughter's at. So what can she do? Well, she can call her husband, she can call a friend. Those are the types of things that will help you re-engage your conscious mind and make the choice of, hey, I'm in control. I'm more powerful than you. This feeling that I'm feeling right now, this isn't real. This is a reaction, and I can stop it at the thought. I can stop these thoughts from creating these feelings of overwhelm and these reactions that are not giving me the results that I need right now. So again, anxiety is something that's very common. It is, I believe, higher than 18.1%. To me, those are still staggering numbers, but I'm sure it's higher. And there's a lot of misdiagnosis. There's a lot of people that don't get diagnosed with anxiety. They don't get treated for anxiety, but they live with anxiety. So if you're one of those parents that gets highly emotional very quickly, remember, take deep breaths, do your power move, do I am statements that get your conscious awareness re-engaged. I'm a strong, confident person. I can do this. This is a no-brainer, and I'm in control. And lastly, you focus on what you can do. The law of focus, again, is what you focus on, you find. What you focus on grows. What you focus on seems real. And ultimately, what you focus on, you become. So it's your choice, guys. Do you want to become a person overrun by emotion who cannot gain control of the situation? Or do you want to become a person that is in control of your emotions and your thoughts, and you are going to get this done? I'm Sylvia Warsh, your host of Focus Fridays. Thank you so much for tuning in to Focus Fridays in this segment on anxiety. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.